Hi, welcome back to Rich Routines. In a world obsessed with looking rich, very few people are actually becoming wealthy. We see the Ferraris, the designer watches, and the luxury vacations on our feeds. But behind those images often lies a mountain of debt and a soul-crushing 9 to 5 grind. Wealth isn't what you spend, it's what you keep. It's the freedom to wake up on a Tuesday morning and decide exactly how you want to spend your day. Most people fail to build wealth not because they don't work hard, but because they are playing the game with the wrong set of rules. Today, we are breaking the cycle. This is the 15-minute blueprint to financial mastery. The first step to building a fortune has nothing to do with numbers and everything to do with psychology. The consumer mindset asks, how much can I buy with this? The producer mindset asks, how can I use this to make more? Before you can build an empire, you must stop the bleeding. High-interest debt, credit cards, payday loans, and buy now, pay later schemes is the financial equivalent of trying to swim with an anchor tied to your feet. You cannot build a skyscraper on a foundation of quicksand. Your first mission is simple but brutal. Kill your consumer debt. Every dollar you pay in interest to a bank is a dollar that isn't working for you. Treat your debt like an emergency because it is. You can only save so much, but you can earn an infinite amount. Many financial gurus tell you to stop buying lattes. While frugality is a virtue, you cannot save your way to $10 million. To reach true wealth, you need leverage. Leverage comes in four forms: labor, people working for you; capital, your money making more money; code, software and automation; content, media that works for you while you sleep. If you are only trading your hours for dollars, you have a ceiling on your life. You need to transition into asymmetric opportunities, projects where the downside is limited, like the time it takes to start a YouTube channel or a side business, but the upside is exponential. Once you have a surplus of income, you enter the investor phase. Most people treat the stock market like a casino. The wealthy treat it like a garden. You don't need to find the next big coin or a moonshot stock. You need consistency. The S&P 500 has returned an average of about 10% annually over the last century. If you invest $1,000 a month at that rate, in 30 years, you have over $2 million. But it's not just about stocks, it's about asset allocation. You want a mix of equities for growth, real estate for cash flow and tax benefits, cash reserves for when the market crashes and everything goes on sale. Wealthy people don't chase returns, they manage risk. They know that boring is usually what pays the most in the long run. Most people ask, how much do I need to be rich? The master asks, what is my number for absolute freedom? This is the concept of the safe withdrawal rate. According to the Trinity study, if you invest in a diversified portfolio, you can generally withdraw 4% of your total wealth every year, adjusted for inflation, without ever running out of money. This is the moment your labor becomes optional. If your annual expenses are $100,000, your freedom number is $2.5 million. But the wealthy don't stop there. They build a margin of safety. They aim for a 3% withdrawal rate. Why? Because they aren't looking to just survive. They are looking to thrive through every market cycle without a second of stress. When your passive income exceeds your lifestyle costs by a factor of 2, you have reached a state of financial invincibility. You are no longer playing to win, you have already won. There is a paradox in wealth. The more things you own, the more those things own you. Every asset has a maintenance cost, not just in money, but in mental bandwidth. The truly wealthy practice high-performance minimalism. They don't buy things to impress people they don't like. They curate their lives to maximize their focus. They understand that decision fatigue is the enemy of high-level thinking. This is why you see the world's most successful CEOs wearing the same outfit every day or eating the same breakfast. They are saving their mental energy for the $10,000 an hour decisions, not the $10 decisions. Wealth is the ability to simplify. If your life is getting more complicated as you get richer, you're doing it wrong. True success is a big bank account and a small calendar. Most people treat wealth like a finite game. a game with a beginning, an end, and a winner. They think once they hit the number, the game is over. But wealth is an infinite game. The goal isn't to win, the goal is to keep playing. This means you never take a risk that could reset you to zero. You avoid ruin at all costs. In an infinite game, your reputation is your most valuable currency. You realize that a business deal that makes you millions but destroys your integrity is a losing move. Why? Because in the infinite game, you have to wake up and play again tomorrow. The wealthy build systems of trust. They know that their network is their net worth, and they protect their name more fiercely than their gold. We started this journey talking about luxury cars and big dreams. We end it talking about peace and purpose. The final evolution of the wealth journey is becoming invisible. You reach a level where you no longer feel the need to prove anything to anyone. You are the silent wealthy. You move through the world with the quiet confidence of someone who knows exactly who they are and what they are worth. You've mastered the routines, you've built the assets, you've secured the legacy. Now the only thing left to do is to live, not for the gram, not for the status, but for the sheer joy of being the captain of your own soul. 35 minutes ago, you were a viewer. Now you are a strategist. You have the blueprint that took dynasties centuries to perfect. The doors to the rich routine are open. You can walk through them or you can go back to the way things were. But remember, once you know the truth about how wealth is built, you can never go back to being a victim of the system. The clock is ticking. Your empire is waiting. Step 1 starts now. As you reach the finish line of this blueprint, you must realize that your environment is the silent architect of your future. You cannot build a high-level life in a low-level environment. The wealthy are ruthless with their surroundings. They don't just curate their portfolios, they curate their circle. They understand the law of proximity. If you sit at a table with 4 millionaires, you will eventually become the 5th. Not because they give you money, but because they give you their frequency. Stop apologizing for outgrowing people who aren't ready to grow. Your rich routine isn't just about what you do, it's about who you refuse to be around. Protect your energy as fiercely as you protect your capital. Your environment should reflect the person you are becoming, not the person you used to be. There is a weight to this level of freedom. Most people think they want total autonomy, but they aren't prepared for the responsibility that comes with it. When you no longer have to work, you have to find a reason to live. This is where many fail. They reach the mountaintop, look around, and feel empty because they realize the joy was in the climb, not the summit. The secret to staying wealthy and staying sane is to never stop being a student. Find a craft that you would do for free, and then use your wealth to do it better than anyone else on earth. Whether it's philanthropy, art, complex engineering, or teaching others, your wealth is the fuel, but your obsession is the engine. Don't just retire from something, retire to something. I hope you enjoyed the video. PLZ. Hit like and follow Rich Routines.